You too. What is going on? It is your boy Benji, and we are back balling about business. And interestingly enough, folks are on Shannon Sharpe's head. Obviously, he had an incident on Instagram Live not long ago, and he's back on TV and talking about the WNBA. Caitlin Clark was named recently Associated Press Rookie of the Year, so a lot of people expect that she's gonna go ahead and do it all, right? Asia just won MVP, and I guess there was a take here on ESPN's First Take of how would you describe Caitlin Clark's season. So let's see what they were talking about up here.
A lot of this noise came by people that were sitting on this network. They tried to minimize her, said, well, you giving her all this credit. What about the women that came before her? What the women came before her, what they did cannot be taken away. That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. But there was a lot of people trying to make sure they keep Caitlin Clark in her place, because what you're doing, if you give her all this shine, you minimize what they done. You can't minimize what Maya Moore or Candace Parker or Lisa Leslie or Lauren Jackson or Diana Taurasi or Simone Augustus or any of the other great players. That Caitlin Clark, what she's doing doesn't minimize what they've done. Right. But we should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings. We saw the merchandise sales. We saw the attendance. But y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, oh, y'all poo-pooing the old guard. Y'all never talked about the old guard like this. Nah, I ain't gonna let it slide.
So when you went and had yourself a Hall of Fame career, did people then minimize the people before you? I would probably argue the answer is no. I agree with what Shannon Sharpe is saying so far. I think every time that somebody does do something monumental, we at least understand that we're drawing a connection to maybe someone in the past. For example, when James Harden was having those ridiculous games, people were looking at, dang, Kobe had this record. Oh, Jordan had this record. And it wasn't in an attempt to minimize other players, but it was able to compare James Harden to show what the level that James Harden was playing at. The things that Caitlin Clark has done is only highlighting the level that she's on. I get that it shouldn't have been an argument about her watching the people that at the end of the day should never have an opportunity to play against. It should be salute to those that came before her, but here's Caitlin Clark and changing of the guard.
Caitlin Clark, unanimous Rookie of the Year. But what's even more impressive, she's first team WNBA.
Facts.
First.
You know, Shannon, I hear you, right? I hear you 100%. But another level of noise was coming from people. You were one of them who.
Because he did start the season off talking.
Also tried to create a picture around Caitlin that the league was against her based on the actions of less than 5 former players or current players.
He did say that people were jealous and hating on her.
Which also creates a lot of noise.
Wait a minute. We started cooking. This is why I said the WNBA has a "what about me" issue. Shannon Sharpe calling it what it is. The WNBA will never ever be a thing. I don't care how hard it's getting pushed because of Caitlin. She wouldn't make the bench on the best boys high school team. It doesn't matter. She is a woman. WNBA is a garbage product. No, it is amateur hour basketball. Not true. You just dislike women. Caitlin Clark did 1.8 million views on NFL Sunday while the Cowboys were playing. Go back to the drawing board and come back next time. Yeah, that was pretty crazy of him to say that. It's like thinking Tiger Woods is great is somehow diminishing Jack Nicklaus. Tiger brought viewership and interest to a whole new level. That's all it is. Yeah, absolutely. Treasure navel. People don't watch the NBA to see women in short skirts, pom-poms in their hands, fake eyelashes, fake fingernails. They come to watch the game of basketball. She's got talent, they lose. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA will go back to what it was. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. They've been hooping in the WNBA. So it's not like Caitlin Clark came in and then magically people started hooping. She just brought another audience. So the WNBA people are so crazy. Now, if y'all watch the Mallory Bros podcast, dope enough, we had exchange here where Terrence, one of the twins, actually went at Shannon Sharpe. My issue with Shannon Sharpe is that he never speaks on disrespect the rest of the women the WNBA experienced. Always defending Caitlin. I agree. The WNBA disrespect didn't start with Caitlin. They've been disrespected for years. Facts. Caitlin's buzz made the hate way worse. People who tried to have the other women's backs got called haters by people like Shannon and Stephen A. Smith who want us to be thankful for the ratings boost. Yep, because the idea that's been pushed is that everybody should be thankful for the opportunity that they're getting because Kaylin is here. We don't need to bring up any player when you're talking about another player. You bozos don't have the same energy for LeBron when he came in with tearing things up. You celebrated and called him king despite teams like Swerve. That's not true. Everybody talk about Jordan. When I said the only talk about Caitlyn in this hate narrative, like it's not all over the league. Like you're saying with LeBron. He's not the only one in the NBA getting hate, and he's not the only one that's getting covered. Okay. The fact that millions of sports fans tune into the WNBA games and have been talking about the league means that the W is getting a level of respect that it's never had before. Yes, more players get trolled and assaulted by fans, but it's part of pro sports. I do agree with that. I not misunderstood on the growth of the league. The point is big media guys don't speak on the other respecting the WWE. They only push their hate on Kaylee narrative. Yeah, I agree. So I do agree that there is a narrative that's been absolutely pushed. And at the end of the day, it started from the big media heads. That was Caitlin Clark is being hated on by other players. And a lot of y'all probably looking at this like, what's going on? At the end of the day, it's Twitter. But I guess the discourse has been online all year long about the coverage that the WNBA players are getting and how it's been unfair relative to the coverage that Caitlin Clark has been getting. So then that somehow turned into not only Caitlin Clark, which should have been, Caitlin Clark's bringing new viewers to the WNBA, and we've had an opportunity to see plenty of talent all year shine under the bright lights. It has been, these people are just hating on Caitlin Clark, and she's getting them charter budgets. They should be thankful. They should be bowing down. They shouldn't be playing defense. They shouldn't be letting her score. All this other ridiculous stuff. Shannon responded, "That's your issue, not mine. I have no issue with anything I've said in regards to WNBA and its players, past or present. Just like Andrea said, you push a narrative on all WNBA players because the actions of just some. Facts. You speak on that all day and have nothing to say about the disrespect Caitlin Clark fans have put the other women of the W through. I can't respect it. You want them to ignore disrespect and give her credit because of ratings, ticket sales. Yes, when in the end of the day, a lot of the ratings has been boosted because they have generated a narrative that people are hating on Caitlin Clark, so folks are just watching the games to see how someone's going to take her out of the game. Also, you said, what about the women who laid the foundation? What about it? Crazy to hear that from you all in the name of sales and ratings. You yourself wouldn't like them talking about tight ends who laid the foundation for tight ends today, especially if it's not for their play and just for sales. A lot of WNBA legends and WNBA reporters always bring up other players when Caitlin Clark's being praised. What about? You know, I think that happens though in sports. I think it just does happen. I think you just have to have that comparison. Caitlin Clark fans don't judge W game like NBA fans. Caitlin Clark fans legit do not care about anything but Caitlin Clark. Because of that, they allowed us to disrespect other players in the league. What do y'all think, man? Has Unc been wild when it came to a lot of these posts? Y'all let me know.